crystal edge technology screens. We're going to have some fun. We did a test a few minutes ago. We're using a 4,000 lumen Christie projector, 720p. We did a demonstration called black versus black. This is where we test our products against black paint and black fabric and black film to show you that our technology does not match these products in any way whatsoever. We will do a color patterning, which we like to do. We would do the white levels and do some contrast levels also too. Now, as I told you before, that when it comes to a black screen can see a contrast level. This is going to be a contrast level that is going to be extremely saturated. It's also going to have some problems with seeing white light. It's going to have a problem with seeing contrast. I'm sorry, not contrast, color, and that's going to be a problem. The color is not going to come up bright enough. It's going to come up too dark. All right, so with that being said, with the white screens, they're going to start receiving is they can maintain a higher white level, but again, nothing that's going to make our screen look dirty. Usually people think that, you know, our product versus a white screen, that our screen's going to come out looking like this, or to come looking like that, or that. This is to show you that this is how close, or I'm not saying it's very close, but this is how high our white levels are compared to a white screen, and how a black screen or any of these screens up here can't match our products. And it just shows you the difference between the two. So we're going to do some colors and to show you, we're going to do some contrast to show you, and we're going to do some and some white levels, everything all included. Now, we do expect for these screens right here that are going to pick up a much more higher saturated black level, but that's not a good thing because that means the screen is producing too much black, where the screen at the bottom that are white are producing too high of a white level, and that's why they're going to have issues. All right, so let's start off with some snow. Let's start off with 4K snow screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right, let's start off with the wolf.
You support them, and they support you. With new lifting immune support.
Now, as I said before, you need a perfect balance when it comes to black technology. If you notice that the darker screens are having a difficult time bringing up a white level, where the screens at the bottom that are white are having a problem pulling the contrast, which gives you that balance. You don't want a screen producing too high of a white level, because that's happening, you're going to whitewash your screen, like the equivalent of walking outside in the middle of a snowstorm without sunglasses. And as you can see, our screen is maintaining a nice white level at the bottom. All right, let's go switch over to another one. Let's go over here and let's grab another snow wolf. And you can see where our screen is pulling up a nice detail in here, where the other screen's pulling too high of a white level, and this one's not seeing white level at all. I'm going to bring this back a little bit. Right there. Right there, it's better. Side. Make sure our screen comes up. All right. Let's go from there. Let's grab us up into the snowstorm. She's not obeying at all. I can't remember. She wasn't. Listen to command for a minute. can see on our screen, you can see the individual snowflakes falling. That shows you that screen is registering white light. Now mind, this is a technology was able to overpower 9 certified screens. I think 3 of those were gunmetals. Now the difference between the gunmetals and the black surfaces we have up here, the gunmetals would be to maintain an amazing white level. Also too, the contrast levels are not going to be as high as these screens, but they'll maintain a better color. We have to do that too. I have to do a demonstration on gunmetal versus like on everyday black fabric. It looks like, I don't know. I don't think we need to do it at all, period, to tell you the truth. I'm not here to test their stuff on that level. I'm here to test against our stuff on that level. All right. Let's come out of here. I want to go over to the, a couple ones in here we want to go near. Where are the snowflakes? Right here they go.
Make sure when you order the spicy deluxe crispy chicken sandwich, you're prepared for a new favorite. The way the crispy, juicy, tender filet mixes with the veggies and that spicy sauce just might make you leave your old go-to behind. Ta-da-pa-pa-pa.
The experiences we never forget.
Are we going to get going with the commercial rolling? There we go. Thank you. So you can see the black screens are pulling up too dark. They're not pulling up the white levels. The blues are coming up too dark. It's supposed to be a nice sky blue. And the white screens at the end of the day, like I said, they have a hard time registering. But they are picking up white levels. Again, they can't pick up high white levels. The white levels are just too high. All right, let's go to a color pattern. Let's go with, we'll start off with sky blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
I try to switch it up a little bit. Sky blue screen. Did she read that one or not? Let's try her again. Sky blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right. So as you can see in the sky blue screen, the white screens are not registering anything. They can't pick it up. They can't see it. The problem you have with the black screens is they're pulling too much contrast level and the sky blue is coming up dirty. This is what I mean when I tell you have to have a balance. A balance has to be in there. This is the problem that gray screen paints go through. A lot of you not, because we used to make them. And if you make them too light, then they do pull color, they do pull contrast. And keep in mind, this is the color and contrast is going to be faded. That is a huge freaking beetle. That's got to go. Hold on for people, I got to murder something. That is way too big. I'm not a fan of killing bugs, but that one's way too big. I don't even know how that got in here. That's got to go. That is way too big. Wow, that thing's got a zip code attached to it. Where did it go, Taco? That thing was huge. That thing was monstrous huge. We've got to get rid of that. That can't be flying around here. Don't you agree? I agree. That thing's huge. Probably got a thought process too on top of that, because when it came back, it disappeared. Oh, we got to find that. We definitely have to find that thing. Good grief. How did that get in here? Literally, how did that get in here? Sorry about that, people. You got to see the size of this bug. I mean, there's the size of a $50. It is huge. I've seen these things outside of the window, and they really they cast shadows on the curtains. So it's a pretty big bug. Pretty sure it's probably harmless, but still, I don't want to take any chances with having something like that land on the side of my neck when I'm asleep. All right, let me get the remote control we just had a few minutes ago. I was sidetracked by the giant prehistoric bug that just freaking flew into my house somehow. Yeah, I hear that thing again. It's going to have to go. Plus side of having the majority of the stuff in your house black. All right, let's switch on to another color. Green screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
And then you see in the demonstration where the I'm occupied for this bug. There you see in a demonstration of the film not being able to pick up proper contrast. Found it. Just like again. You guys people. I got to show this thing. I got it. I think I got it. Where'd it go? What? No, that's not even it. We're over here. It landed somewhere. Is this it? Yeah, you're still moving. All right, buddy. Sorry. I don't like to kill things, but you gotta go. You were way too big to be in here. Where did you transfer to? Oh wait, that's new. No, you're on the rug. Yeah, sorry about that. You had to go. You were just a little too big, man. Way too big. You're a big raccoon, aren't you? Rawr. That sucker had his own code tax shit. What the frig is that? Ooh. Yeah, sorry about that. In a little demonstration, stuff happens. There's always something different. I was doing a demonstration. We had a bird in the house one time. So stuff happens. That thing was huge. Whew. All right, so as you can see in the demonstration, where the black screens are not registering the color correctly, it's supposed to be that bright. It's not supposed to be that dull. It's always supposed to be nice and bright, and the white screens are not registering. Let's go over to red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Same scenario. As you can see, white screens can't see it because the white levels are too high, not enough contrast, where these screens have a lot of contrast and not enough white light. That's why they come up dirty that way. Orange screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Try to pick colors that I'm not normally seeing all the time. I usually start with blue and red and so forth. So I try to do something a little different. See the orange here on the surface here? See how it's coming up nice and dirty? Dirty here, and not even registering. These are the kind of tests that you should be seeing in screen paints. This is why I tell you when I watch a lot of these demonstrations, and the first thing I say, where are the tests? Where are the tests? A test is not taking a screen, painting it on a small sheet, sticking it up, hitting it with a projector in the dark and going, oh, it's done. No, it's not done. This is the reason why, and again, can't express this enough, why we get canceled orders. If you're not doing the screen correctly and it's coming down here and you're going to go through these kind of tests, it's not going to go well for you. So that's why we get a lot of people that will cancel their orders or commit fraud before they'll have the actual product come down here, because they know that our tests are brutal. And they should be. At the end of the day, if my customers are going to pay $640 for this technology, it had better work. It needs to work. I know it works because I say it's blessed from our Lord and Savior, but we need to show that this product works on every level we throw at it. That's the way when we get people who do fake demonstrations, we can always go back to our archives and go, here you go. Like the demonstration on the Optima GT or 55 or 56, where this person really thought in this demonstration he was showing off something. I'm like, no, buddy, we did that screen outside at 140 inches at 4:53 in the evening. Been there, done it. Nothing new. So if you want to talk about ambient light, we were outside with the projector. That's why these tests are very important. You can't cut corners in these demonstrations. That's why we do them all live. It's the first time us doing this demonstration on camera. It's the first time you're seeing this with this technology on camera. Anything can go wrong. But you have to have these tests have to be done. All right, let's go switch over to purple screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
And this is why we explain to people where your demonstrations, when they can't do challenges, and their results are giving us middle fingers. You're not giving me a middle finger at the end of the day. You give your customers that middle finger at the end of the day, because they're the ones that are paying for it. They're the ones that are actually believing in what you're seeing in your channel, what you're talking about. You're selling to them. You're not selling to me. So when you give us the middle finger, you give your customers the middle finger. And we've had that done before. You give us the middle finger, think, how would that bother me? My test demonstrations are right there. That's all we have to do. Present the demonstrations right there. We're done. It doesn't hurt me. So that's why I tell people at the end of the day, either take it seriously or don't do it at all, period. It's going to be a hobby, keep it a hobby. If it's a hobby, don't charge people money at the end of the day. Show them how to make it if it's a hobby. All right, let me see. Let's go over to green screen. Slow color change out.
Getting that from YouTube.
Welcome to Casper. This is where dreams begin.
Now, when we do the contrast demonstration, we know we're going to, some people saying, well, the contrast is better because it's an oversaturated black level. That's why I can't read the color or the white levels. And when it comes to the white screen, well, the white screens can't read contrast or color because there's not enough contrast in there. It has to be a balance. All right, let's see. We want to go to, did I do pink yet? Pink screen. I like to do some nice bright colors in there too, which is very important to be to see those bright pink colors. There we go. I don't know why pink and purple look exactly alike on these demonstrations. Let's go over here. Let's pick up another form of pink. Even with high pink, like bright pink, you can see light pink's not going to pick it up, and white can't pick it up either. All right, let's see. Let's go with Starfield Screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
And this is where we expect the darker screens to be able to pick up their contrast levels, but the white screen is not going to do well here. Same thing when we showed off the snow levels. White screens are going to pick up a little bit better, definitely going to pick up better than the black paint, but our product is going to be able to maintain with no problem. Our product's dark enough where, like, again, you can take gunmetal out, pretty much anything we throw against it. It can also maintain its white levels and also beat the gunmetals in color. And these screens won't be doing that because, again, the gunmetal technology produces a very high white level, but it produces a very good balance also too. Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
I love it when it shows the black level first, and then it switches over, and you can see where the colors come up dirty. One's producing too high of a white level where it can't see color. For a minute. Turn to, you can't register yellow. It's not supposed to be that dark there. That's not supposed to be dark. Look at the white pot. It's not supposed to be dark there. It's supposed to be to pick up contrast and color and white levels all at the same time. Bingo. See? The white screen can't see it because it can't see the color and it doesn't have contrast. And the black screen doesn't have a white level, and therefore it can't see the bright white levels that are needed in order to make the color look natural. damned if you do and damned if you don't scenario. Where basically that you can only use the screen at probably about, if you're using one of these products here up here, you're only going to get 30%, maybe 20% at that. You're going to have a problem. You won't see contrast there. That's never going to show up with contrast. And then up top with the blacker screens, black paint, whatever, they can't see white light. So it means you're going to pick up some very dirty images. And it's going to be pretty bad. Even with 4,000 lumens, you still can't register it. Voila. It's not going to pick it up. See? Can't register it. Can't read contrast. They can't read color. There has to be a balance in there. And as you can see, I told you about her collar. See how her collar, her shirt is bone white. See the flesh tone? Can't read that. It can't see it. At all. Doesn't have the capability. Because, again, and I can't express this enough, it's house paint. That's what it is. And that's the last thing you want your stuff to match. This is why, again, when we showed you those demonstrations, why the individual cannot put this to his website. Because it matched. You can't have that. You do not want to match a shelf paint. That's from Home Depot. That's that Dynasty paint. Went and bought that stuff and brought it over here, and it did exactly as we thought it did. Didn't bring up jack. No black paint that you're ever going to be able to pick up at Home Depot or Lowe's. I don't care what shade of color it is. It's not going to work because it can't register white light. When they were making it, like, let's make this black paint here, but let's make it so it registers white light, so that way if the person decides to use it as a screen on their wall, they can use. No, it's not going to work. It's not. As for the white screens, well, we already know the story behind them. They can't see color or contrast. That's why we show you the color level. They come up dirty. Sky blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Told you. Don't make a difference. They can't see color, can't see contrast. One can't see contrast, one can't see color. Can't see white levels. And that's what you have. Our screen picks up a perfect balance. All right, we're done here. I'm going to go and get take these videos and post them to the site. I'm also going to, with anything on a test, we're going to post it direct to the site. And I got some pictures to take because I want to do a slideshow for the site, or a slideshow for certifieds, or slideshows for all the testing we've been doing, outside demonstrations, stuff like that. So we take a lot of pictures today, but we want these pictures, all test demonstrations, posted to the website, so that way our customers can come in and see exactly what they're buying and what they're investing their money to at the end of the day. As I said before, these tests need to be posted to the site. I cannot express that enough. Oh, we gotta leave this here, and we gotta take pictures of this. I forgot. Blinding light. Blinded by the light. I forgot about that song. It's a good song. Who sings that? I think, is it Boston? I don't know who sings that. It's not the Eagles. I know that for a fact. I'm gonna take a look out here for a minute. I'm gonna see the weather's outside. Oh, that's okay. Let's go to that shit. White screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
We need our demonstrations for our black paint, for our black screen demonstrations. We need that right there. We need to get a couple of pictures of this right here. I want to see something. TLC 4K demonstration. I'm going to check out something
Getting
real
that
quick
from YouTube.
while we're here. Did I hold these over? Yes, I did. Now we got another test we have to do. Okay. If you notice that as we go along on our specification sheet, we're adding stuff in. Tests we're adding because we're doing these tests. We still got to figure out. We got 109-degree viewing angles, certified, screen tested, stuff like that. Everything we're adding on the specification sheet, you'll see it changing bit by bit. These are tests that we're completing already. 1,000 lumen projectors, all that stuff. We have to figure out exactly when the screens activate outside. So how early in the day can we get the screen to activate? What kind of lumen projectors are going to be needed for that? All that stuff. What's the lowest amount of lumens we can use it? When can those projectors activate? But we may have on the site okay at around 6 o'clock. You have to use this particular projector if you want to activate at 6 o'clock. And then after 6 o'clock, pretty much you can use anything the freak you want because it doesn't really make a difference. But there's those peak hours like that, you're going to have a certain projector for that. So that's testing we have to have done. This is something, again, if you look at the specification sheets that we're putting in for this technology, other people don't have this because they don't do the test. That's the problem. I had to put the white screens up there because the demonstration is white and black screens. And this is where the dirt comes in. That's why I tell people at the end of the day, the dirt comes in from using black paint. You see how dirty that comes up? See how dirty that looks? That's why you don't use black paint without our technology attached to it. With the white levels washing out. That's why. That is really, really dirty. That's how dark and dirty that comes out. Can't see white light. White screensaver. We need these for the
Getting that
pictures.
from YouTube.
This is why it comes up dirty. Let's take these off and these for my pictures. And then I want to go outside. I want to do a demonstration outside. I really want to get outside and play around for a little bit. Let me see. Let's take 1,000 lumen projector outside. I don't like dragging anything heavy outside, so we'll take 1,000 lumen, set it up, and be done. Let's go with the white screen. So when we test the screen, it should be pulling up that high when it comes to the white levels. That's very important. Okay, all right, we're done here. I got to come back on. We still have more to do. We have the knockoff projector right here. This is a projector I got from eBay that's supposed to be 15,000 lumens and 8K. Yes, I said 8K. We do these demonstrations to show people, please don't use knockoff projectors. We don't support them in any way whatsoever. I don't care what your specifications say at the end of the day. I don't care if it's 50,000 to 1 contrast or supersonic 16K. We do not support it. If it's not on the list, we don't support it. Don't try. If you do, well, it's on you. If it doesn't work, it's on you. If you want to take that gamble, it's on you. I'm not replacing it. I'm not giving you back your money because it's right there on the website. We got people that will go in and literally read nothing on the website. Why do you think I take the time to do all these tests? The specification sheets that you read on our technology are tests that are done. We put them in one by one as we're doing these tests. That's what you're seeing happen here with this technology. So if I take the time out to get up in the morning to do the demonstrations, to do the tests, to put the specifications, to put them on the website for you to read, and you go in and get a knockoff projector and use it on the technology, and it fails miserably after we do these demonstrations with the knockoff projectors on the technology, that is your fault at the end of the day. And I do not want to hear the crying and whining of people going, oh, that's not fair, so and so. No, that's what specifications are for. When you buy a PS4, PS5, whatever you don't try to shove Xbox games into it, right? All right, there you go. We got to explain it sometimes. I hate to be that way. You'd be surprised some of the stuff people have done. Remember the 8-man incident? Your guys witnessed that one right there. Sit there and had this conversation with the customer, and the screen kept coming back, and it was working perfectly. We send it back. Did this twice. And then finally, we got it downstairs. He got mad and sent it back. Instead of going out and getting another projector, which would have worked perfectly on the screen, he decided to keep the projector. It is never going to work. So I turned around, after finding out it's an 8-man, I turn around and I go and get the same projector. I bought his same projector. Brought it down here, did the unboxing, and it failed horribly. It failed so bad. It was one of the worst projectors I've seen. It failed so bad. I took the projector and threw it off my stand. I didn't even want it in my shop. It was trash, absolutely trash. The projector we had behind us is knockoff, and that projector was like $95. It's built better than that, but that projector was like $35. When I saw the price, I was like, oh, this thing's going to be garbage coming through here. And it was. Went right in the trash bin. That's the reason why I wouldn't pick up. But he swore up and down that this projector works absolutely amazing. But you just go out and get yourself a cheap projector, like $35. You can get an Optima portable, and that thing would work better than that projector at the end of the day. We got 1,000 lumen projectors that can beat that projector at the end of the day. So an Optima projector at $35 is about 3,000 lumens. It would easily crush that, and you would get a much better image. But he went down with the ship. He did. He refused to basically, he thought his projector was 4,800 lumens at full 1080p. Yeah. If you can find a genie in the bottle, maybe that may come true. But then again, the genie might go, look, man, I am not God at the end of the day. We are not doing this, okay? You want money or something else, I can give you that. That, on the other hand, is undoable. All right, let's get out of here, people, because I got to put this up on the site, and so everybody can see the demonstration from there. We'll come back in. I got to get pictures first, and then I got to come back in because I need it for the website. We'll come back in and we'll get outside and play around with the 1,000 lumen projector out there and have some fun. All right, gotta go. Thank you all for watching, and God bless.